Nusa Penida's Kelingking glass elevator shaking off the dangerous image, ready to transform Bali's tourism to global standards. Yes, more on the glass elevator. And, well, this one is all over the internet. Porn star Bonnie Blue, raided in Bali, claims to have had sex with thousands of men. Yes, stay tuned for details on these and other stories. Selamat pagi. Welcome to the latest news from Bali and Indonesia. This is December 10th, 2025, and my name is Bruce. And what is the weather like today? Well, it is 29.6 degrees Celsius, humidity 69%, and wind speed is already picking up here. It's 8:10 in the morning. Wind speed is already 9.4 kilometers per hour, and it's been windy a lot the last few days. No rain up here, so to speak, but flooding in parts of Bali, including one of the popular beaches. And there's a story down below. I'm not going to talk about it, but the beach was closed yesterday because of flooding. And still weather warnings for the Christmas, New Year holiday. So if you're here, beware. Be careful. Okay, let's get right to it today. Nusa Penida's Kelingking glass elevator shaking off the dangerous image, ready to transform Bali's tourism to global standards. This is a response to all of this from the people making this. In addition to advancing tourism and the economy of the people of Nusa Penida, Kelingking, the construction of a glass elevator at Kelingking Beach, Nusa Penida, also aims to further ensure the safety and comfort of tourists visiting the beach. This was conveyed by Gede Adi Putrawan, the legal representative for Kelingking Nusa Penida Glass Elevator Investor PT Indonesia Kaishi Tourism Property Investment Development Group. Wow. On Sunday, December 7th. Pak Gede explained that he had met directly with the Chinese investor and received an explanation regarding the glass elevator project. The Chinese elevator investor not only wanted to invest in Nusa Penida, but also had good intentions to improve the quality of the tourist destination. During the meeting, our client explained the glass elevator project in detail, from the permitting process to construction. Essentially, they're investing to further advance tourism in Nusa Penida, in Kelingking, and in Bali in general, he said. According to him, before investing in the beach, investors received a lot of information regarding the many accidents that happened to tourists while visiting the beach. Some people fell from the cliff, some were swept away by the current to their deaths, and various other incidents were not recorded. During the project implementation, the lift workers were also involved in the rescue of tourists who had accidents by using equipment on the project to evacuate victims from the beach below to the top of the cliff. During this time, some people could not be saved because the evacuation process was very difficult from the bottom of the cliff to the top of the cliff due to the steep and difficult terrain. The many accidents that have occurred at the beach, said Adi, have caused the image of the tourist attraction and also Bali to become less favorable in the eyes of the international community. Really? Because accident cases often circulate on social media, the tourist attraction is synonymous with an unsafe and dangerous tourism spot. I never really thought of it that way. Well, as investors, we want to improve all of that with the presence of a glass elevator so that the safety and comfort of tourists at the beach are increasingly guaranteed. Not only to improve the safety and comfort standards in the beach, investors from China also have good intentions to develop the Kelingking Beach area to make it better. In addition to building a glass elevator to make it easier for tourists to enjoy the panoramic beauty of the beach, investors will also improve the area to meet international standards. The hope is that all tourists will be able to enjoy the beach, from toddlers and seniors to people with disabilities who can descend to the beach using the glass elevator. Investors will also improve all existing facilities, including providing a clinic at the tourist attraction. The Kelingking Glass Elevator tourist attraction will also be promoted in one of Disney's world-class tourism promotion networks, so it will become better known and more visited by foreign tourists. As the investor's attorney, Gede stated that he would seek a solution to the problem. As legal counsel, we certainly respect the policies of the governor of Bali and the region of Kelingking. However, since the investment is already underway, and the intentions are good for the prosperity of the community and the advancement of Balinese tourism, we will strive to find a win-win solution that benefits all parties so that no one is harmed. We will correct or improve any shortcomings together so that everything runs smoothly for the good cause, concluded Gede Adi. So here is the investors' response. We've heard from the governor, we've heard from segments of the community, some who want to get rid of it, and some who want it there because they're going to make some money off of it, and now from the investors. And nothing has been demolished so far, as far as I know. And so I don't know, where are we going to go from here? Is this going to stay? Is it going to be modified, or is it going to be torn down? A lot of controversy about this project, and well, personally, I think the thing is ugly, and well, let's improve on nature by building some more stuff there because, well, that's the Balinese way, I guess. Okay, and this story is, well, everywhere, all over, and a lot of opinions about this one as well. Porn star Bonnie Blue, raided in Bali, claims to have had sex with thousands of men. British porn star Tia Emma Billinger, 26, also known as Bonnie Blue, was arrested by the police in Bali. She was suspected of trying to produce pornographic video content. The Badung police chief revealed that a total of 18 foreign nationals were detained. Police recorded that 15 Australian citizens were detained. Meanwhile, 3 British citizens, Tia Emma Billinger, Bonnie Blue, and somebody LAJ and another INL. The police used initials for everybody except Bonnie Blue. Not all that uncommon around the world when you get this porn stuff. Yeah, protect the men and make sure that the women's names are out there in public. So Bonnie Blue and the LAJ and the INL fellows have been named as suspected perpetrators. Investigators also found several cameras used to record their actions and several contraceptive devices and some clothes and condoms and Viagra. There was a lot of stuff that they found. Who is Bonnie Blue? Bonnie Blue is no stranger to the world of adult content. She is often the subject of controversy. Her name first became known in October 2024 when she admitted to having sex with hundreds of men aged 18 to 19 for her content. Bonnie reportedly sought out student-populated areas such as university campuses. Then, on January 12th of this year, she claimed to have had sex with 1,057 men in 12 hours. How the hell do you do that? According to the New York Daily News, as quoted by Yahoo News, if the claim is true, Bonnie would have broken the record held by porn star Lisa Sparks. In 2004, Lisa Sparks was reported to have had sex with 919 men in 24 hours. Thanks to the husbands or this legitimate and breathless moment, Bonnie Blue said at the time, "I'm fine. I just felt like I had a rough day in bed," which I certainly am now. Boy, these people just show up here in Bali and wonder why they come to Bali. The woman, who now lives in Australia, has been criticized online, with netizens even calling her a sexual predator. Bonnie Blue is a predator who exploits young people for personal gain, wrote netizens on X. A Change.org petition calling for a boycott of Bonnie has emerged. The petition calls for the porn star's Australian visa to be revoked ahead of her planned tour of Australia. How can she contribute to our society by preying on teenagers and proudly talking about it? The petition, which has now garnered nearly 20,000 signatures, read, according to Immigration, we're gathering information in coordination with the police. We're recording and monitoring activities to see if they're in accordance with her residence permit. If there are no violations, we'll issue a warning to encourage her to be more careful while enjoying her vacation in Bali. MT, one of the Australian men arrested by police along with Bonnie, denied the allegations of filming a pornographic video. He claimed he simply wanted to go home. "There's nothing here. I just want to go home," said MT. MT also claimed not to know Bonnie and the 16 other men when asked about their connection. MT emphasized that he was not involved in their activities in Bali. He just happened to be there, I guess, when they came. Maybe wandered into the wrong place. "I don't take part in what they do. They're different people," he said. Bonnie Blue was questioned by the Badung police on suspicion of producing and distributing immoral content in Bali. The questioning took place this past Thursday. The case began with public reports of suspicious activity at a studio in Penida. Police then conducted an inspection of the location and discovered the premises were allegedly being used to film pornographic videos. It's suspected that the place was used to produce pornographic videos, according to the Badung police chief. And so what is going to happen to Bonnie? Is she going to go to jail? Obviously is going to be deported at some point. And why did she come here? And she had a car, a truck, kind of I forget, some kind of vehicle, and it said Bonnie Blue Bangers or something on it. She was not being very cautious about what she was doing. It actually sounds like more of a stunt, promotion stunt. Anyway, I guess she is an OnlyFans content creator, and so probably making tons of money. So we'll just have to see how this works out. More bizarreness here. Okay, and now on to trash. Denpasar DPRD highlights closure of Suwung Bali landfill. Waste management will be chaotic. The Suwung Regional Landfill, the main dumping site for both Denpasar and Badung, is set to close on December 23rd. This decision is already sending shockwaves through the region's waste management system. Denpasar's DPRD leadership says the city simply isn't ready. Denpasar produces more than 1,000 tons of waste every day, and the infrastructure to process that waste independently isn't in place. Officials also question how thorough and transparent the technical studies behind the closure actually are. They warn that shutting down Suwung right before the Christmas and New Year holidays could create serious public health and logistical problems. Market operators are also confused about where their waste will go. Denpasar, which manages 17 markets across the city, admits that they have no alternative disposal site and no internal processing facilities. They're asking for incinerator permits or at least a temporary location where they can legally dispose of their waste. A meeting with the Denpasar mayor on the 14th is expected to address these issues. Badung faces its own challenges. Its reduce, reuse, recycle facilities can't process the actual volume of waste being generated. South Badung, in particular, is expected to be hit hardest, with tourist areas relying heavily on third-party collectors. And they currently dump at Suwung. A new processing site with 4 small incinerators is being prepared, but it can only handle about 40 tons per day, far below the district's needs. The provincial government says the closure is not sudden. It followed a 180-day trial period, and officials who failed to implement proper waste management could even face legal consequences. The province argues that open dumping at Suwung has caused long-term pollution, we're just figuring this out, affecting land, water, and even mangrove forest. Moving forward, Bali will require waste to be processed at the source, from households to villages to local processing stations. With Suwung accepting only residual waste, the province plans to build a new waste processing plant and expand the use of incinerators, TPS3R facilities, and modern waste stations. Community education and strict compliance with sorting will also be pushed at the village level. How many people do you think at the village level will just either throw it in the river or burn it? In essence, the Suwung closure forces Denpasar, Badung, and the province to shift from a transport and dump model to a process at the source system. The next few weeks will determine whether that transition can happen smoothly or whether Bali will face a waste crisis during one of its busiest holiday periods. Wow. You gotta love this. What have we got? We've got traffic, transportation, and tourists. 3 of the major problems here. And, well, are any of them ever going to be solved? Your guess is as good as mine. And, as I often say, we'll just have to wait and see. And here's some good news for people that need to go to immigration. And, this kind of thing that I'm going to talk about now goes on in the Philippines, from what I understand. I was talking to an American guy who lives in Manila, and he said, yeah, we have immigration stuff in shopping malls. And, well, Indonesia is thinking about that. Immigration office targets immigration lounge services in shopping centers. Yeah, make this much easier. The Class 1 Special Immigration Office of Ngurah International Airport plans to open an immigration lounge in a shopping center in 2026 as an effort to bring immigration services closer to the public and tourists. Yay! The plan was explored through the implementation of the Easy Passport and Easy Stay Permit services held at Discovery Mall in Bali on December 6th to 7th. Winarko, head of Ngurah Class 1 Special Immigration Office, stated that this activity is the first step in opening up opportunities for collaboration in providing immigration services in public spaces. He noted that Bali, as an international tourism hub, has a high level of mobility of Indonesian and foreign citizens, necessitating fast and easy access to immigration services. Yes, indeed. Easy Passport and Easy Stay Permit are proactive steps by immigration to reach people with high mobility, while also providing faster, more efficient, and standardized services, he said. And he said this the other day. During the two-day event, Ngurah Immigration provided a service quota of 1,000, consisting of 500 passport applications and 500 stay permit extensions. Public enthusiasm was evident in the high number of passport applications. Winarko explained that the event served as a platform to explore the collaboration between immigration and Discovery Mall to launch this immigration lounge next year. The facility is planned to be an integrated service space providing immigration information and consultations for the public and tourists. Meanwhile, the head of Travel Documents, Resident Permits, and Immigration Status Division at the Bali Regional Office of the Director General of Immigration assessed that this program is a solution for people who don't have time to process their passports on weekdays. With this activity, he hopes that immigration services will be more easily accessible to public and tourists, while also supporting the creation of modern and adaptive public services. He said, "We appreciate the management of Discovery Mall Bali for their support and collaboration that made this service possible. We hope this activity will provide widespread benefits for the community." And what a good idea. I hope this one works out. And that's it for today. Thanks for viewing. Be kind to someone today. Take care, and I hope you have a pleasant rest of the week and upcoming weekend. And I will see you next Wednesday.